Connor's here to talk about this contract, about the signing, because I think there's a lot of different ways you can look at the signing. So first off, Connor, what were your reactions when you saw the news come across that the Chiefs signed Jarran Reed?
I guess the first initial reaction was that's not a defensive end.
Yep.
I'm like, wait, that's a three tech. That's what Chris Jones plays. But when you realize it's just adding another body to the defensive line, and then of course you get Lewis Riddick, who was with the Eagles when Andy Reid was the head coach there, and Brett Veach was, I believe, in the front office there,
Mhm.
both at the same time around 2010. And he was coming out and saying, now Chris Jones can play more defensive end. You go, oh, okay, I see, I see. I don't know if that's entirely the plan. I think the main goal was just to add bodies to the defensive line, which I'm fine with for sure. Um, Especially because I think Chris Jones has been playing a few too many snaps for a guy his size.
Mm-hmm.
Something like 85, 90% of the snaps for the last few years. So if that at least decreases his workload as well, I think that's a smart move. Getting it down around 70, make sure he can last a few more years. So overall, I really like it. I think it pretty much it depresses the need for defensive end a bit. But in Nate Taylor's piece about I think it's Jarran, or I saw somebody, the pronunciation I saw somebody say it was today was not how I thought it was said.
Oh,
So we might have to figure that one out here as we go. But I think he will depress the need of defensive end a bit. But Nate Taylor in his piece on Reed said that the Chiefs are still very interested in upgrading the defensive end position, which makes sense considering the only ones they have on the roster, other than Frank Clark, are Mike Dana and Taco Charlton, that have proven at least anything. So I think they need to do that, but it kind of depresses the need maybe to try and get one in round one. We'll
yeah.
see what they do, but it's at least a nice signing to make some part of the defense scary. Because before this, was there truly a part of the defense that was scary? I wouldn't say there was, but now there is.
Yeah, I like it. It went for rotational type of value. Kind of one of the things that I thought was, I was with you, Connor. And I talked about this on yesterday's bonus episode of, okay, that's not an edge, so what's kind of going on? And then I was like, okay, he's a three tech. Chris Jones is a three tech. So what is happening here? And then I saw it was a 1 year deal, and I was like, well, this doesn't even solve the Derek Nottie issue next year. So it's like, I was just like, well, then none of this like makes sense. It's all, everything that this move is for the short term, right? This isn't a long term move. And I think unless he comes in and he plays well, get us another deal, they let Derek Nottie walk. All that's very possible, but as of now, that's not what I see happening. I was thinking about the whole Chris Jones moving to edge before I actually saw Lewis Riddick tweet it out, because I was kind of preoccupied. I wasn't expecting the Chiefs to make a move on a Sunday night, so I was out at the church,
Right.
doing some stuff at the church. I was like, I can sneak away and get this done. It won't be that big of a deal. And I didn't look at my phone until like 30 minutes after the move had happened. I had a flurry of text messages from Josh. I said that on yesterday's show too. And I look at it and I'm like, well, I'm start thinking, I'm like, well, unless Chris Jones wants to play edge, he did say he kind of wanted to play edge a little bit more. And I don't think it's a permanent fix, right? No one edge is going to play 100% of the snaps. So you can't
Right.
say, well, Mike Dana's okay. Well, Tim Ward's okay. Well, Taco Charlton will be good. All those guys are really good depth rotational pieces, but they shouldn't settle. Chiefs Kingdom shouldn't settle for that to be the answer opposite of Frank Clark. I know that we've been a little bit mistreated when it comes to the edge opposite of Frank Clark, but that's what we shouldn't expect. We shouldn't expect for there to be a talent deficiency on the opposite side of Frank Clark all the time. If you added equal or greater talent than Frank Clark on the other side, I know it'll cost money, but you could find one in the draft. There's a bunch of other loopholes to get one. It will make this defense a whole lot better, and it'll in turn make Patrick Mahomes a whole lot better, because if that defensive line is putting pressure on the opposing quarterback, Patrick Mahomes is going to be able to play a whole lot freer. I know that kind of seems like a weird thing to say, but like there's a big chain reaction there. Is if the defense can get the other offense on their heels, trying to make big plays and forcing them to make errors, then in turn Patrick Mahomes is getting more opportunities to make those big plays and make teams pay. So it's a really big old little, that meme. It's like the little thing that tips. It's like a domino effect up to the big domino. Have you seen that meme before?
I mean, I've seen videos of little dominoes to big dominoes. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what I'm basically saying is that
Oh,
the little domino is signing Jarran Reed, and it's going to lead to a Super Bowl as the big domino.
oh,
Boom.
okay.
Yeah.
I You heard it here first. Tucker is saying signing Reed is leading to a Super Bowl win.
Well, I did say
Uh,
that, and I did catch myself. I don't know if you heard me say "whoa" after I said that because I said, "Well, I don't know about that." But that's just the meme, the verbal meme that we're doing right now. I'm not
we're big
saying
on
that
verbal memes on this podcast.
this is a big verbal meme podcast. So,
I will say on defensive end, that room,
yeah.
I think it lets them kind of look at this middle part of the draft. There's a lot of Spags like defensive ends in this draft.
Mhm.
And one of my favorites, because he tested out of this world, was Ellerson Smith
Yeah.
out of University of Northern Illinois, I believe.
Iowa. Iowa.
Iowa. Northern Iowa. It was an I state up
Yep.
north of Missouri.
Yeah.
Um, but he tested insane. He was like a 95th percentile athlete. He has the length, he has the height. So he has everything, but he's kind of like a small school guy, not a lot of production. He had 1 year of production in college, I believe. But this lets the Chiefs kind of experiment with that. Maybe go get one of those not polished athletes in the middle rounds and kind of try and mold them into a starting defensive end because they have guys now. They don't have to rely on a rookie to come in and make pressure. They have another guy, the third guy who can make pressure. That kind of is what Reed will let them do in the draft now.
I agree with that. It does give them a whole lot of different configurations, variations to go
Right.
with. That's fun. That's exciting. I don't hate the Reed signing. I know a lot of people were calling me a hater of it, but I was like, hey, I'm just saying that they just need an edge. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I hate the signing of Reed. This just positionally doesn't really solve a whole lot. I know you can move Chris Jones out to the edge for, maybe a down or two, but he's not going to be there full time for 3 downs. Well, he could be. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't surprise me, but that's not the plan right now from what we've seen reported from Louis Riddick and everybody close to the situation. So I don't know.
Did you want to know about the contract too, Tucker?
Yes, let's talk about that contract because it was a 1 year, 7 mil, correct, with 5 mil guaranteed. What did you think about that?
Yeah, it's 1 year, 7 mil, but it was up to 7 mil. That's how it was
Hmm.
reported a few places. So I'm guessing it's incentives. We don't know what they are yet. It's Who knows if it's likely or not likely to be earned, which would matter for which year it impacts the cap space. If it's not likely to be earned, it would impact next year's. If it is likely, then it'd be this year's. As far as the guaranteed money, I think that's just because the Chiefs were in a bidding war apparently against 7 other teams, or at least
Yeah.
7 other teams were interested. The guaranteed money kind of tells them, hey, you're going to earn this money on the Chiefs this year. We can't cut you. So here's that. That's kind of a good way to do 1 year deals because usually they are guaranteed because you're not like the Cardinals aren't going to cut AJ Green for the most part. So that's kind of why they gave him 6 million guaranteed, I believe. The Chiefs aren't going to cut Reed, so they're going to give him 5 million guaranteed. It's a 1 year deal, so it's not really like this is going to hurt the team going forward. I would say it's a pretty standard 1 year deal. And the thing about 1 year deals is, sure, they take away cap space from this year and technically only this year, but people have to remember you can roll over cap space.
Yes.
So this is taking cap space away from next year. 1 year deals are impact 2 years. I'm still fine with it, of course. I think he's a quality player. He can play the pass well, he can play the run well. So I think it's a fair deal for both sides.